Hello everybody, this is Adam. Thank you very much for your patience on my lack of videos and responses on social media. I was in the process of moving. It was a very stressful time, so I really needed to step back and kind of regather myself, but we're here. We're going to continue with the Chakra analysis series. We're going to talk about one of my influences to become a YouTuber, a commentator, somebody who's trying to help, and that is Philip Defranco. So without further ado, let's kick it off with the root chakra. For clarification and for a good foundation, let's talk about the definition right now. The root chakra is the first chakra and is located at the base of the spine. It is the root of your being and establishes the deepest connections with your physical body and your environment and with the earth. The root chakra is the most instinctual of all chakras. It is your survival center. Your fight and flight response is initiated from this chakra. It is your primal animal nature. The energy of the root chakra allows us to harness courage, resourcefulness, and the will to live during trying times. It connects us with spiritual energies of our ancestors, their challenges, and their triumphs. Watching the evolution of Mr. Defranco over the 10 plus years that he has been an online figure has not only been he's such a different person. I think there's been a great maturity level difference from those 10 years, and I think a lot of people should look at that kind of evolution as the journey. Your journey is how you make of it, and how it is perceived in the world, and what you perceive in the world. In his initial videos, he was very edgy. He made jokes that might have been offensive to others, and really wanted to push that line to get attention, as most people did back in that day. But what he does now, it's very, very unbiased. He's very good about towing that line, and there is a much different humor that I personally enjoy. It's definitely an evolution of the person. I feel more authenticity with the Philip Defranco that we see today than what we did in the past. And there are people who get to that point that Mr. Defranco has in 5 years, and 10 years, and 20 years. Don't think that your journey cannot start today. Do what he did. Really step back, open your eyes, go into the world with an open and loving heart, and you will see this. Not everybody is the same. Don't try to be somebody you're not, but keep that open mind. You will evolve. The characteristics of an unhealthy root chakra are these questions, and we're going to go through each of them and see if Mr. Defranco matches up with any of them. Is Philip Defranco obsessed about money? I would say in the past that he was a little more obsessed about the income that he possesses than he does now. Despite him making more money now than he did in the past, I do believe that it's just kind of an offshoot now. It's more about taking care of his family, taking care of the brand that he has developed over the course of the years, and I think he really values that more than the income. Does he have a general mistrust of others? I think there is a little bit of that mistrust in certain individuals, and you have to go into it with not an untrustworthy heart, but a neutral state. I've seen cases where he might have a little bit of mistrust with certain people, even if he says he's unbiased or not, but it's more about the body language and all of that. Does he believe the only person he can rely on is himself? No, I don't believe that he believes that. Nothing in there speaks for that. He has a great team around him, and he really, really values their input, their opinion, and their work. Are they a workaholic? Is Mr. Defranco a workaholic? I think in cases, yes. I think there are cases, and I think he's come out even today stating that sometimes he gets a little bit too much into his work and Does it really affect his personal life? I can't say, but he has admitted that in certain cases it has. So I'm going to have to go with what the man says. Does he have a dysfunctional relationship with his family? No. No. I can see the love, the trust, the very powerful connection that he has with his family, So, no, I don't see that at all. Is he terrified of losing control? No. I can't say for sure that he has that kind of worry about losing control just because of the people that he surrounds himself with and how he goes into the world. But really, the audience is kind of a second thing for him. He likes to provide that commentary and the humors and the laugh, but really kind of delves deep into the news in a very unbiased way, which I really do appreciate. So, no, I'm going to say no on this one. Does he feel it difficult and scary to be his authentic self around others? In the past, and I know for a fact because he stated, despite the actual nature of his job, that he is very much an introverted person, a very awkward, shy person. That's not necessarily a bad thing in the context of being scared to be his authentic self. I think his authentic self is just kind of scared to being around others. Once again, being a person that has some introverted characteristics myself, I can kind of see where it's easier to talk to a camera than it is to talk to like a person face to face. Does he feel disconnected around others and in nature? With others, no. Obviously with a family, with a great team behind him, and I know he has a good group of friends that he has spoken to with such high regard, and with his podcast, obviously not. Very much a person who is connected, but really, with nature, I'm not 100% sure. He lives in LA, so there might be a difficulty to get to that point. Does he feel like that he's never good enough? There's never enough to go around. Excuse me, I jumped ahead. Does he feel like there's never enough to go around? No. I think he has always presented that there is enough of everything to go around. People have certain needs and certain wants, and there's somebody that's going to fill that hole. Not being dirty or anything, but that's where I went. Does he feel dizzy, anxious, spacey, ungrounded? Once again, this is something I can't fully answer just because I don't know the man personally. The characteristics of a healthy root chakra. Does he feel present in the moment? I think the characteristics that I personally have seen being a Reiki master and have done counseling with people who have had the darkest of times, I think there is a presence that he does feel. Does he feel rooted in his own energy? There are people who believe that they have the energy and they can feel the energy. I don't know where he stands based on energy fluctuations. I think he does, just not as a subconscious feeling instead of one that he kind of leaped on there directly. Does he feel connection to others, to nature, to all of that? Yes. I think there is that, at least with nature, I'm not sure. Is he in touch with his body? This is a question that I cannot answer. Is he in tune with nature? Once again, this is something that I'm going to say yes to, but at the same time, does he really? There are people who don't like to go out to nature, but nature doesn't mean, put yourself in the middle of a forest and call it a day. It means that you understand the earth, you understand the energy of the earth, and you understand the power to be at least receptive to that, breathing in fresh air, looking at the sky, really enjoying what we have, the warmth of the sun, the coldness that comes around every now and then. So, it's a catch-22. Does he feel safe in this plane of existence? I think he feels more safe now than he has in the past that I have seen, as he has been an online figure. Does he trust? Yes. Very tentatively, yes. Does he have the ability to manifest stability? I think he is stable. He provides opportunities for individuals to be stable. So I think there is a ability to manifest stability, and not only himself, but the others around him. Does he love stillness? And especially with this world of how crazy it is and how up and down, left and right and center he is, I do believe that he does enjoy the stillness of the world, being around children. That might not feel still, but I think there is he has that connection with his children, with the stillness of the world, and he can disconnect. So, what is my overall thoughts about Philip Defranco's root chakra? Because there's kind of a mixed bag here. I really looked at it, and as I was speaking, I really even came up with a better conclusion. I believe that it is more healthy, but there are some unhealthy aspects to his root chakra. Nothing wrong with it, obviously. With the stability that we've seen in the past, it's definitely healthier now, but maybe there are some characteristics in there that come up every now and then. It happens to pretty much everybody. If somebody says, that doesn't happen to me, they're lying. Some of the solutions are listening to grounding music, like if he likes the sound of thunder or rain, really just kind of sit there and listen to it. Listen to nature, really take it in. The didgeridoo, if for some odd reason he enjoys the music of a didgeridoo, kind of get involved in that. It's a very interesting sound, and once again, it's the frequency of that sound. The Lam chants, something that you have to really do when you're in that stillness. Just put in your head as just that kind of. There's that higher pitch that actually helps the root chakra kind of get into a stillness. 30 seconds of mindfulness. Being aware of your surroundings, being grateful for what you have than who you are. Eat healthier foods that are based around the red color, such as sweet potatoes, beets, stuff like that. This is something that generally I don't think he really has to do, because it's for the most part healthy, just some of those unhealthier tendencies. But I do want to thank you all for listening to the video. If you did enjoy it, remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Follow me on all of the social medias, and check out the first link in the description, which is going to be a cool little mailing list where I'll be sending resources and really cool articles, stuff that can really help you on your chakra healing journey. Thank you all for listening, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.